All right, and welcome to the Meiosis Lecture. By this time, you have mitosis down packed. So now we go to a little bit more complicated with meiosis. So you're going to need three colors. Go get three colors. One of these colors is just cell parts, okay? The things going on in the background. So like your plasma membrane, aka your cell membrane, your nuclear membrane, your chroma or your centrioles, your spindle fibers, just all that in one color because they're kind of in the background. You are going to need a mommy color and a daddy color, and I'll tell you why. So something that is really intuitive, and I know it's like assuming gender and all that type of stuff, but pink and blue, you can do that, or you can do whatever heck colors you want, just keep them straight, okay? So we have some different types of cell division. So organisms that produce sexually, meaning humans, fish, insects, even plants, but not always, okay? You have two different types of cells. The first one is called somatic cells. So this soma root word means body. They're your body cells. They contain 46 chromosomes, which is diploid. So this di, as you guys saw in the biochemistry unit, is kind of like the prefix on disaccharide. So what does di mean? Do you remember? It means two. So these are our skin cells, brain cells, muscle cells, all the cell types you can think of, except for our baby-making cells. They undergo mitosis. So I'm the queen of stupid ways to remember things. So mitosis, so there's like this really stupid joke where it's like, what did one cell say to the other cell when his sister like stepped on his foot? He says, mitosis. Think about your toes. Do you make babies with your toes? Do you? You don't. However, when you cut yourself, like your skin or your gastrointestinal, sorry, brain part, that they have to replenish your skin cell or those cells all the dang time, undergoing mitosis. Another stupid way you can remember mitosis: how many cells are produced as a result of mitosis? Do you remember? It's two. So I find that I can barely say the word mitosis correctly anymore because I'm like, mitosis, two cells, and it has to do with your toes, like your skin, your bones, your blood, all that jazz. So your gametes are the other cell type. They are called your sex cells. Another word for these are germ cells. So they contain 23 chromosomes, which is haploid. Think about hap as half. You have half of a full set, or half of, if you're human, 46 chromosomes. These are your sperm and egg cells, and they undergo meiosis. Okay, so you have all these vowels in here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 vowels. That's going to come into play a little bit later, but just there's 4 vowels. And here's a picture. Okay, it's really, really blurry picture, but here's some sperm, and these are eggs. So it's really, really cool because for every one cell you start off with, you get 4 functional sperm. Whereas with females, you start off with 1 cell and you only get 1 functional cell. You get all these things called polar bodies, which are just basically sacks of DNA that your cell doesn't want because you want to maintain a correct number of chromosomes. So just a little fun fact for you. So why do you think mitosis is important? Well, I'll tell you. Growth and repair, okay? When you cut yourself, when you have surgery, when you grow, you know, from a little baby sea monkey to a bazillion cells that are in your body right now, that is from mitosis. Meiosis, well, egg and sperm. What do we use eggs and sperm for? Yeah, right, sex, baby making, okay? Baby making cells. So here I have an egg and a sperm going to a baby sea monkey. Eventually, that baby sea monkey, called a zygote, is going to divide and divide and divide until eventually you become a human, okay? How I got these two things is meiosis. Once they come together, this is your first somatic cell in your body. And then it's going to go through mitosis until you become an adult, essentially. And even when you're an adult, you still like have mitosis all the dang time. So let's review chromosomes. You have 46 total chromosomes in every somatic cell. Your brain cell, bone cell, blood cell, skin cell, all those types of cells, 46 chromosomes. That means that there are 23 pairs of homologous chromosomes. Homo means same. So they are the same chromosome, like they're both chromosome 1, but they code for different things. I'll have a picture coming up soon. 23 came from mom and 23 came from dad. So when you fertilize an egg, it's kind of like a square dance when you're going through meiosis, okay? Your mom chromosomes go with your dad chromosomes. They find their pair, they do-si-do, and things happen. I'll tell you. So here we go. Here I have haploid gametes. Okay, this is from mom, that one's from dad. They come together and bam, homologous pair. These two are the same. They're different colors because they're encoding for different things. And so I have 2 homologous pairs or 4 chromosomes total. Notice I have 4. That's diploid in this case. Haploid, I have half. I have only 1, 2. Okay, this is complicated. Don't hurt yourself. It's going to take some practice. So again, they code for the same genes, just different versions called alleles. I think about chromosomes as ice cream, okay? When you have, these both code for some ice cream, but this one is maybe chocolate, this one's vanilla. They're both ice cream, they're just different flavors, okay? So this could be an allele for purple flowers, this one's an allele for white flowers. They're both flower color, but they're just different. So, oopsie. Okay, sorry guys, you can't see that. Here is 23 pairs of homologous chromosomes, okay? So these 23 pairs of homologous chromosomes, oopsie, 22 pairs are called autosomes that encode for all traits except for sex. So me, I'm a female, shocker, and all the boys in the world have the same autosomes. We differ with sex chromosomes. They determine if you're a man or a woman. So I have an X with another X. Boys, you have this little stubby thing called a Y, okay? So we have autosomes and chromosomes. That's going to come in real important when we talk about genetics. So XX for girl, XY for boy. It's fine. So meiosis. The cell is going to divide twice, but its DNA is only going to replicate once. That's key because I'm going to go from 46 chromosomes down to 23. Okay, it's called a reduction division. So remember, you're going to need 46 chromosomes in all our cells. So as a result of fertilization, you need 46. So meiosis has 2 parts, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, and they're going to begin the same as mitosis. You're going to have some interphase, and the DNA is going to replicate itself, as is all of the organelles. So this is a picture I would draw in your notes. Here I have a cell. I would maybe do that color number 1. I have some centrioles right here with some little baby spindle fibers, all those in the color number 1. I have a nuclear membrane, and I have some chromatin or DNA. You see how they have 2 different colors here? You should do that with color number 2 and color number 3 to show mommy and daddy DNA in here that you got from your mommy and your daddy way back when. So prophase 1, it's the longest phase. The chromatin is going to condense to form chromosomes just like in mitosis, and the nuclear membrane begins to disappear. The homologous chromosomes are going to pair up. So the mommy chromosomes are going to go with the daddy chromosomes. They form something called a tetrad. Okay, tetra means 4. So that means that the 4 sister chromatids, and I have a picture coming up, are going to be joining together, so you have 4 total chromatids. Something called crossing over is going to occur, which is extremely important. It takes a long time, which is why prophase is the longest phase. So non-sister chromatids break and rejoin each other's DNA. I have a picture, so don't slow your roll. So here I have maybe blue is daddy and green is mommy, okay? Here, it's like your mom and your dad sitting next to each other, chopping off each other's legs at the knee and then switching them, okay? So instead of having big A, big B, now dad has big A, little b, okay? So you're crossing over between homologous pairs on non-sister chromatids, okay? So this is a sister chromatid, that's a sister chromatid, and I have a picture coming up, so slow your roll. Crossing over is important because it mixes up the genes. It makes daughter cells that are not identical to the parent cell. I don't know about you, but I love my mom, but I don't want to be just like her, okay? Neither do you. Your cells don't want to be like that either, because if my mom had some disease, her body is going to mix up the genes, so hopefully I don't have that. So it does not occur in mitosis, because if you're repairing cells, you want the same thing, Okay, if I have a skin cell and I'm making a new skin cell, I want it to be another skin cell. Okay, I don't want it to be like an egg growing out of my arm. That's weird. So this is what I would draw for prophase. Okay, I would draw a cell membrane. I would draw a dashed line for the nuclear membrane disappearing. Okay, all color number 1. Then I have my dad chromosome next to my mom chromosome. Show them side by side and even showing some crossing over. So during metaphase, remember metaphase, think middle, the pairs of homologous chromosomes are going to be arranged on the metaphase plate, which is just the middle, okay? Notice how they are 2 by 2, okay? 2 by 2. Anaphase, think away. They're going to be split and move towards the poles. So again, I have a whole chromosome going one way, whole chromosome going another way, splitting up the mommies and the daddies. Okay, so maybe this is daddy and that's mommy, splitting up the mommies and the daddy chromosomes. Sister chromatids are going to remain attached at the centromere, which remember is like your butterfly body. It's going to be connecting the 2 sister chromatids, and they're going to move as a single unit towards the same pole, so to the left or to the right. So here's another picture. So I would draw a cell membrane, and I would draw your mommy and your daddy chromosomes. Okay, so I would use their colors just like I have here. Maybe your color number 1 is red and color number 2 is blue. Draw this now. So telophase and cytokinesis. So now each cell half has a complete set of haploid chromosome, but each chromosome has 2 sister chromatids. Okay, so each daughter cell has a mixture of maternal and paternal chromosomes. Okay, so you're mixing up your mommies and your daddies. Cytokinesis is going to occur simultaneously, which is again division of the cytoplasm. But the nuclear envelope does not really reform and the chromosomes remain condensed, so tightly wound. So here's an overall summary slide. Okay, so here I have crossing over, I line them up, and I separate the homologous pairs. During meiosis 2, I go from 2 butterflies, if you will, down to the butterfly wings to form a haploid set. There is no interphase. The DNA does not duplicate. That is key, because remember, duplication happens in interphase. It does not do that. And it's near the same steps of mitosis, so you're going to see some repeats. Prophase 2. Spindle apparatus forms. Okay, we got the spindle fibers. Chromosomes move towards the middle of the cell. Oopsie. So drawing your picture, I would definitely draw 2 cells. Okay, and I would show my full-blown chromosome. So a limitation of this is all these are the same color. They should not be. One of them is from one homologous pair, the other one is from another. Okay, I should see 2 different colors in here. Metaphase 2, they're going to be positioned at the metaphase plate. So just like right up here. Okay, this is slightly more accurate because it does show different colors. Okay, so because of crossing over, the 2 sister chromatids are not genetically identical. So make sure you show some crossing over has occurred. And they're going to attach to the centromere. Okay, we're going to line them up and then we're going to rip them apart. Anaphase 2, again, anaphase is away. They're going to be pulled apart at the centromere, so it's like you're ripping off those butterfly wings. And they're going to move as 2 individual chromosomes to opposite poles. Okay, because they are separated, we now call those things a chromosome. Confusing, I know, but deal with it, not a big deal. Telophase 2 and cytokinesis. The nuclei is going to reform, and the chromosomes begin to uncoil, and cytokinesis occurs. So here, I have the 2 are splitting. I have cytokinesis. I have my nuclear membrane reforming, and I have my single chromatids, which are now called chromosomes because they are separated. So I would definitely draw 4 cells occurring. Remember how I said that meiosis had 4 vowels in it? How many cells do you count? 1, 2, 3, 4. You're welcome. Here's the end result. You're going to get 4 haploid daughter cells that are genetically different from each other and definitely the parent cell. So as you can see right here, they're not the same. Okay, they're not the same. If you need to draw this again and show how the pictures, the colors don't jive, then do it. So meiosis is important for genetic diversity, and because everything is different. Okay, it's important for evolution. And think about it, you are really rare. Okay, you have siblings that have the same parents, but you are all different. Okay, that is because of meiosis. Pretty key. Hope you enjoyed this lecture. Draw the pictures, friends. Use color. I promise you it will help. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Okay, bye.